Welcome again to another presentation of the Silent Sports Video Blog. This is episode 36. Today's date is October 11th, 2017. This is Thursday Night Football edition, of course, as tomorrow night's game features the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Carolina Panthers. Big game as both teams come in at 4-1. Thank you for joining me, of course. I'm Troy West, as known as Silent Assassin on YouTube. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for all the support I get every day. I appreciate you guys. Of course, the Thursday Night Football edition, I focus on the Thursday night game, give you a preview of it, touch on both teams, and my prediction for tomorrow night's game. But first, we're going to look back at Week 5 a little bit. Of course, Week 6 is coming up tomorrow night with the game, but a lot of good games this week. The Green Bay Dallas game was interesting. That was a good game I watched. Kansas City continue to win. They 5-0. A lot of teams sort of was disappointed. The Pittsburgh Steelers was one of those teams. Of course, they got a lot of issues. The Giants with 0-5. A lot of other big storylines in the NFL. Of course, the national anthem protests, or I should call it a national anthem protest, but the protests around the national anthem is the biggest story. Of course, the NFL is supposed to meet next week about that. I'll probably talk more about that on Saturday, but I'm going to try to focus on just this game. But Week 6 is coming up. This is a key game in the NFC. Eagles 4-1, of course, and the Panthers 4-1 as well. Both teams look pretty sharp through their first 5 games. The Eagles is the road team, so I'm going to start with them. Are they for real? In my opinion, I think they are. Even though their schedule won't prove that, they haven't really beaten a quality opponent. They did hang with Kansas City, but they lost that game. But the other 4 wins really ain't been that significant so far. But they do got 2 wins in the division. So that's a good thing. They beat Washington and they beat the New York Giants. So that's key for them. And this is a key game. Conference games are important just in case you wind up tied with someone. It'll be a big tiebreaker. Head-to-head is a big tiebreaker. So it's a big game for both of these teams. Second thing I wrote down about the Eagles, Carson Wentz is making people wince. Yeah, he has so far. 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions so far this year. He looks sharp. The only game I've seen a couple of Eagles games because Eagles pretty close to me. I live in Baltimore, so if Washington not on, the Eagles usually that second team. The Giants. You see a lot of the NFC East games anyway. Lost Washington ain't on at the same time as them. They play Arizona, so even though Arizona don't look that good, they still beat them handily. I just like how they look. The chemistry look like it's there. Still, to me, even though I love LeGarrette Blount, he's one of my favorite players in the NFL period. But I think they need to run the ball a little bit more, take it out of Wentz's hands somewhat. But the skilled receivers are definitely way better than they was last year. So I like the way they look. This will be a big test though on the road in Carolina. Will they win the NFC East? It's the third thing I wrote down. Right now, you got to say yes. The Giants, of course, are out of it. Washington, just by going off of experts, they say they look good, even though they only 2-3. 2-2, I should say, because they was off last week. This week that just passed. Still not sold on them, in my opinion. And I'm not sold on Dallas either. I thought Dallas would take a step back this year. So I think it's prime for the Eagles to take this foot. It's basically the division's theirs to lose, in my opinion. The Giants, I am shocked that they 0-5. And then now with all these injuries, they definitely not going to come back. I think they done. To me, the Eagles control their own destiny is the word we have to use in sports a lot. I think they have a shot. I think really only probably about 9 wins, 10 wins to get it done in this division. They already have 4, so. And they schedule a couple of bumps in the road coming up, but I think they can weather it, and I think they will win this division. Unless only team I think they have another outside chance is Dallas, but I just don't see it happening. I think the Eagles will shock. Well, some people picked them. A few people I know picked them to win the division, but a lot of people was either on Dallas or the Giants coming into the season. So we'll see. I definitely want to see them tomorrow night up close, especially primetime game. See how they do in Carolina. So let's move on to the Panthers. Pretty similar 2 points here. I put here, are they for real? Same question I had for the Eagles. I think they are. I was a little skeptical because the first 2 games, Cam didn't play that well. The offense didn't play that well, so I was like, well, it's only a matter of time if they start losing games. But the New Orleans loss made me like, okay, well, they're not for real. But they shocked me last week, or the week before with New England. And then this week, another impressive win on the road against Detroit. They already got 3 key road wins, so gotta play better at home, but it's still early in the season, so I think they definitely gonna turn that around. Cam looked like the old Cam, and this is a saying I've been wanting to say in public for the longest time, even though this is somebody else's saying about Cam Newton. Just pretty much my second point about the Panthers. Cam, oh Cam, goddamn Cam, he's playing well right now, man. Look like the MVP Cam. And shout out to the late great Stuart Scott. I used to love for ESPN. He was one of my favorite broadcasters, but he came up with Cam, oh Cam, just like I think it was the Keith Sweat song. It's either Keith Sweat or Johnny Gill, one of those. He'd be like, damn, oh damn, something like that, but he put Cam instead. So I mean, it was hilarious. I always like that saying, and I just call him Killer Cam. I love Cam Newton anyway. He's one of my favorite players in the league. Another shout out to if she do watch this, my girl Janae Jaguar, which I gave a shout out to a few times before. This her favorite team, so I know she's excited probably about tomorrow night. But Cam look like the old Cam, throwing the ball real well. Like I said, just like the Eagles, I think the running game could be a little bit better overall. But Cam look like the old Cam. They letting him run out the pocket a little bit more. His shoulder look better. He looks sharp. And if he keeps playing the way he playing, they not just this division, which I'm about to get to, but they got a chance to really do some damage to the NFC. Period. If he keep playing the way he playing. Of course, his numbers still look a little shaky because he started off slow, 8 touchdowns, 5 picks. But the last 2 weeks in particular, he's looked very, very well. So like I said, just because I like him, I ain't gonna lie, I root for him in a way. I hope he at least plays well. They 4-1 and definitely need to get off to a good start that they did. You know, with the division being the way it is, Tampa sort of been, like I said, a little shaky. New Orleans as well, even though New Orleans been playing better. They were just off last week. Atlanta was off last week as well, but of course they got the experience, just was in the Super Bowl last year. But to get to my last point here, can they win the South? They can win it. I think they got a little tougher road than the Philadelphia do to win their division. Just like I just mentioned, all those teams there. New Orleans defense have been playing a lot better. We always knew about Drew Brees, but it was always that safe defense, and safe defense is playing a lot better. Tampa has the talent, like I said, I think they're just too young. I said that during my NFL preview show. I think they'd be forced to be reckoned with for years to come, but I think this year is still too early for them, and I think it proved it last Thursday night. You know, the loss to the Patriots, a game that was theirs for them to win. Still got to learn how to win. I think, like I said, Jameis still got to cut out on the turnovers and stuff. But I mean, I think they have the talent to make a run, but I think it's just too early for them. So really, it's going to look like it's going to come down between the Panthers and the Falcons, and they haven't played yet, and that's another thing. That's the advantage the Panthers do have. They haven't played. I think they only played the Saints. I guess it's the only division game they played. They haven't played Tampa yet or Atlanta yet, not once. So they still got basically 5 division games left. So say if they win all the rest of them, definitely would have a shot. That'd be 9 wins right there. So definitely have a chance. So just like the Eagles, they have their own of destiny in their hands as well. But should be a good game tomorrow night though. Overall, it's probably the best Thursday night game we've had as far as like going into the game. Of course, the Saints 49ers game was good, but I think this will have a chance to be better than that one. It might not be as high scoring as that one was, but I think it's going to be some good sound football. And both teams got a lot of injuries. Panthers have a lot of people questionable. So do the Eagles. So see how that works out in this short week. Overall prediction for the game tomorrow night, I think it'll be another close game. Another field goal. I think the Panthers make a field goal to end the game. I think they win it 27-24. Even though I wrote 27-27 for some reason down here, but I meant 27-24. I think the Panthers will win by 3. I think Carolina will have to put together a late drive, and that'll finish the Eagles off. I think they go to 5-1. Honestly, if this game was in Philadelphia, probably would have picked the Eagles. You know, that's how close this game is. It's been hard for me to try to find every little thing to break this thing down, but both teams, or all sides of the ball, have played very well this year so far. So I think Carolina wins it by 3, 27-24. Okay, so let's move on to my power rankings, which of course was flipped upside down due to a lot of the things that happened in week 5. Okay, I always start from 5 to 1. Number 5, the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, of course, was off last week. They moved down. Of course, not playing, maybe not fit, but excuse me. But looking at how they looked the first 4 games, even though they defended the NFC Championship, they haven't looked that good. Been a lot of close games, and of course, they did beat Green Bay. That's probably the most signature win so far to me, but all the rest of the games was either close or they lost. Of course, they lost to Detroit. And Detroit, they always look like a different team on the road. So they moved down from 4. They was 4 last week. They moved down just 1 spot to 5. Speaking of the teams we have tomorrow, one of them is here at number 4. The Philadelphia Eagles was unranked last week. Right, I had them real low as far as season expectation. Not real low, but not high enough to be in the top 5, but can't deny what they have done this year. 4-1. Definitely proving me wrong in some of the instances, but even though their schedule has been a little easy, and that's been a knock on them so far, but can't deny 4-1 because a lot of teams are 3-2 or 2-3 right now. So gotta give the Eagles credit. They come in at number 4. Number 3, the other team, they play tomorrow night, the Carolina Panthers. I got them number 3. They almost broke my top 5 last week, kept them out. So that's their first time they've been ranked this year. 4-1, can't deny, especially the last 2 weeks, they look very, very strong. So I had to get them on this list. Green Bay Packers went on a roll last week, defeated the Dallas Cowboys. They stay at number 2. Aaron Rodgers, still Aaron Rodgers. Defense still has some holes in it, but overall, like I said, I just think this is the year for them. Been knocking on the door for so long. I think they break through, and they're going to continue to win. I think maybe some close games just like they was, but Aaron Rodgers came through for him again. With I think 11 seconds left, hit Devontae Adams with the fade route. 2 times in a row he went to him and hit him the second time. Packers move on. They win 4-1. They're number 2 on my list. And number 1, no doubt, still number 1 from last week, the Chiefs. Watched that Sunday night game. Pretty much the score don't indicate how dominant they was against Houston. Houston did lose a couple of guys. J.J. Watt went down. Merciless went down. But Deshaun Watson still impressed me, even though he sort of was shaky, but definitely been better than what they had. And I think he's going to continue to improve. Plus, it was a road win for the Chiefs. Couldn't move them down, and they're the only undefeated team in the league. Simple as that. So they're number 1, period. So the recap, number 5, the Atlanta Falcons at 3-1 bye week. They moved down from 4 to 5. Eagles first time ranked this year, 4-1. Number 4, Panthers 4-1 as well. And of course, one of these teams might be either out of the top 5 or definitely might move up as they play each other. But I got the Panthers slightly over them right now at number 3. Packers stayed at number 2 at 4-1 with the win in Dallas last week, and the Chiefs stay at number 1 as they still 5-0. And speaking of the Chiefs, that'll be the game they play next Thursday night against the Oakland Raiders, who had their issues. Chiefs, not sure who they play. I think they actually got a big game. Well, big game to a lot of people, the Pittsburgh Steelers this week at home. So, and the way the Steelers been looking, I'm picking the Chiefs to win this game. You know, just to before we get to Saturday. But you have all my picks Saturday, but I'm leaning towards the Chiefs at home. Then they got a short week against the Raiders. That should be an interesting game next Thursday night. That'll be my next Thursday night edition blog. Speaking of the blog on Saturday, episode 37, more NFL. Let's see if any more news come out about the anthem protest. I'm gonna talk more about it on Saturday. NBA, I'm gonna have a list of just the top 5 teams, sort of like power rankings, but I'm not gonna power rank during the NBA season. But I'm gonna have my top 5 teams in the NBA as the season starts Tuesday. To remind you of that, Monday I'm going to do a special NBA season preview, so look out for that. I gotta get myself together for that, write some notes down and everything. So check that out. There's a lot of other stuff going on. USA soccer team bounced from the World Cup. I'll probably try to touch on that, do some more research. So check out my Saturday blog, of course. I always have it up right before noon, so just check that out. My other projects, my video game projects, of course, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. Now I'm on Mega Man 9. Already done 2 videos, still got another 6 to go. So check those out. Jack and Daxter tomorrow. I do about an hour of that tomorrow. NBA Live. I've been real shocked and surprised about the views I've been getting on that. So I do another video of that probably tomorrow night. I'm gonna do a Madden one tonight. At least that's my plan. Another franchise mode. I think I'm gonna do it with the Oakland Raiders. It's a team that always is entertaining for me. So that'd be probably my team of choice. Just like I've been doing the OKC, then I'm gonna do the Raiders the same way. So just check out all the rest of my projects on my channel, and I appreciate y'all support. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this blog up. Episode 36, the Thursday Night Football Edition. Eagles and Carolina Panthers tomorrow night. Oh, forgot about baseball. Baseball playoffs as we speak right now. Nationals, before I started recording, was up 1-0 in the 8th. Of course, they fighting for their playoff lives as they down 2-1 to the Cubs. Of course, the Dodgers and the Astros already advanced to their championship series in each league. And of course, the Game 5 do or die tonight for the Indians and Yankees. So definitely, if you're a sports fan, check those out. Playoff baseball is way better than the regular season. That's when I really start watching games. Even though I watch throughout the regular season as well, but I really get into it in the playoffs. So I have an update on that, what's going on so far with that as well Saturday. So check that out. I'm Solid Day Assassin. Of course, my name is Troy West. I want to say thank you to everybody. Another shout out to my girl, Jelaine Jaguar. Good luck to your Panthers tomorrow night. I'll be watching. I'm a big Cam Newton fan. Not necessarily a Panthers fan, but I do like Cam Newton. But thank you to all my subscribers, not just her, but everybody that's been giving me support, and I appreciate y'all so much. Talk to you guys on Saturday, and check out the rest of my videos during the week. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.